Okay, so today should be a fun day. We're going to try this layered stencil. And Kitty's yelling again. Kitty's very grumpy. She's very old. Oh, look, there's different ones. There's dangly bits. I got this circly one. There's a heart. Okay, so let's see what this is. And this is not all one stencil, or not one die. This is different dies that is stuck on this paper. Okay. Okay. Oh, I found the line of tape. I guess I could have just looked and seen. Okay, I guess I could have, oops, we don't want to bend our die. This one's pretty stuck. Okay, there we go. Holy cannolis, Batman. I kind of thought they were more together than this, but let's see what we got. We got, ooh, Jesus. This is the most worth it die I've ever bought. Okay, so we have a big giant one that is the bottom one. And then this one must be the base, right? So this is the one color that everything is going on. And then you got this fancy bit that goes on it. And then you've got, so these two go together. Let's get them together. This guy looks like it goes with this guy, right? Some layer like that. And then we got these guys. Do we feel like there's, I bet you these guys, some of these guys go together and you do them together and make a, holy buckets, Batman. This is crazy pants. Okay. These guys must go together to make a, like a circly bit. We're going to try that. And we're going to try these together. And then we just got this little guy in the middle. He goes in the middle of here, right? Right. Whew! All right. Interesting. Okay, so that's kind of how we're going to do it. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but this is Studio Light. Just low mindful moodling. Okay, so we have our papers we made yesterday. Super exciting. I'm also going to use a mix of other papers. So I have these guys, like I love this one. Because I don't want them all to be fancy. You need some place for your eye to rest. Oh, those are my circus papers. Let's not use all my circus papers because I love that. These are Tim Holtz wallpapers. Okay. And then I have Tim Holtz. So these are more, what are these? Ideology worn wallpaper. So these are really wallpapery feeling. This isn't wallpaper. This is wallpaper. So these two somehow got in there. You can feel there's a texture to the wallpaper. So those are wallpapers in case we need them. But then I have, these are called backdrops that are just really cool already made papers. So we're going to have a mix of papers we use for this. Nice. And then we need this guy. And I think I'm going to use my Magic Mat plate from scrapbook.com. Okay. So what you need is, this is a Big Shot, and it's mad at me right now because I've used it a lot and the handle's falling off, and I'm going to get a new one. Don't worry. Okay, so this one, will this one fit? Usually they make them so they'll just fit. That one will just fit this way. Okay, will fit. What about this thing? I bet you they're so glad I'm doing this. All right, this one will go this way. So I thought we would do them together, but we're not going to. Okay, we're going to, is this big enough for that? I don't think this is even big enough for this. Nope. So we're going to use one of our pieces of paper as a base. So let's use the one I like the least as a base. Let's see, I can't remember. I love my aubergine. Let's use this as a base. Is this wide enough? That's wide enough. Okay. So we're going to do this, and we're going to make a snip down here so we know how wide it has to be. And then we're going to come here, and we're going to get this thing. This is a professional operation, people. Oh, if the children, oh, sorry. I almost blamed my children again. If you ask my kids, I blame them all the time for hiding my stuff. And they don't really hide my stuff very often. I am starting to think that we did not, well, I'm starting to think it was a very good plan to plan on using other papers. Okay, I need the scrapbook.com magic mat. We're going to put our paper down. Let's do all our papers down ways. Then we got to get our die down ways. There it goes. All set. And then we need our other plate. And I may not have used this die, but I have cut with lots of dies, so I know I can figure this out. You know what we're going to do? We're going to be smart. We're smarty pants. Boop, boop, boop. We're going to get a little bit of washi tape. I just ordered a whole bunch of washi tape. It was $2 for like so many rolls. All right, so we're going to get a little piece of washi tape, stick this on, because this seems like kind of a dorky die. Okay, there we go. There we go. Coolness. Get this here. All right, here we go. And I don't know if I feel like that's cutting. We're going to go through again. And we're going to check it. Because sometimes it cracks when it's cutting. But this is a very thin die. This is not a Sunday go-to-meeting die. This is a 11 billion. And that just pushed it down. That did not do it. So what we need is a shim. What's called a shim. I need to find a piece of paper that I don't love that much. I don't love these guys. And we're going to put this in here. And you know you have a paper pad you don't love. There we go. Now we are going to use, and the reason I don't love this one is because it's shiny. So let's see how much we have to take off. We have to take off a little bit. Okay. And we're going to use this as a shim to add an extra layer to make our die work. Ooh, my husband's cooking something that smells yummy for lunch. I'm a vegetarian. Mostly his lunches are fancier than mine. Okay, let's see. Did it go through? Nope, still just pushed on it. So that means we need another piece of paper. And this is okay. We're just going to continue to do this because once we've got this figured out, then we know how many shims we need, right? Ain't no thing. And we could even put our shims on the top of this if we wanted to. It doesn't matter how you put them. There, I'm starting to feel a little resistance. What'll happen is you'll feel some resistance, and look, we're pushing down into the, this is the first time I even feel a little bit like we might have gotten it. Not quite yet. So we're gonna do one more, and then I get the feeling that we're gonna have, and you could use typing paper for this, you could use anything, right? They are a very thin die. All right, let's get it in here. Okay. Aha! This time I could feel it coming up. Okay. So let's see. We've got 90% of this. I'm gonna take it off. Oh, and it might be 100%. It's just that it's still taped on. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is our bottom piece. Boop. Boop. And we're just gonna keep using those over and over again. Okay, so we have a bottom piece. Let's do, and this is a self-healing mat. It will eventually pop itself back up. Okay, so this is number one. Let's do this guy next. So let's think about what we want to do. We have red. Let's do a different color. Let's do teal. And we're going to get a couple of different things from this one, right? We're going to get the cutouts. We're going to get that center circle. We're going to get the fancy bits. All right, so let's do this. Put that right there. All right, make sure it's inside, and it is. Get our shims. And they call this make it, oh, this one's fatter. Okay, hold on. If you feel a ton of resistance, you can take one of your shims out. There we go. And once you've, and this is kind of a fancy die with different parts. I am going to run it through twice. But once you've done a bunch of die cutting, you can start to feel the resistance when it's actually cutting versus when it's just rolling through. Okay, here we go. This should be fun. Let's make sure it's cut. Yep. Boop. Boop. All right. Die two. Let's see what we have. We have this, which is a super fine, really cool thing. Let's pull that off. And this is still hooked on here very delicately. So we're gonna just take our snips, which we had 30 seconds ago. And we're gonna find where it's stuck. And we're just gonna do a little snippy snip. All right, we got it. Okay, so now we have this fancy piece that goes on here. Oh, you know what we could have done? Oh, you know what we could do? I'm gonna do this one this way, but if I make more of these, I'm gonna use double-sided tape. Okay, so there's that. And then we also have this inside. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, next one is this one. Okay, we're gonna try this next. So let's pick a next color. So we have red and green. Let's go with a yellow layer, maybe? I like yellow. Okay, so this is even smaller. Okay. And I have a secret to tell you that my family doesn't know about. I'm keeping secrets from them because they're judgy. Sometimes they act like I don't need a new journal and they make a face. But the lady from Joggles, who honestly is such an enabler, told me that it would be fun to make a black journal with black masking tape. And I believed her because she has rarely steered me wrong. Okay, that went through really tough. I put the last shim in. So let's see what happened. This should have gone through. Oh yeah, we got, nope. Oh yeah. She told me that I needed a black journal. And I thought to myself, I do need a black journal. So I'm probably going to put some of these in my black journal. Okay, I don't need that. This is a cool winky layer, right? So we can use something with that. So this could kind of go on here, right? Oh, and I think that does go on there, right? So what we're doing is we're building layers of color. This is a fun one. And look at this piece. Can you imagine trying to figure this die out? I just couldn't even. This is amazing. Come on. And that's a circly bit that is wicked cool. Okay. So now that's this one. We're gonna, and we got that one because we made the inner, put the two inner and outer dies together. That's part of what you want to do. So say, this is why I thought it was so cool. Say you decide you like the way that this edge goes with those little doodads, but you want it to be a bigger, like you want the inside to be like that, but you want this to be your outside. You can cut all kinds of different shapes with this. This is kind of exciting, guys. This is really cool. Okay. We have this one that's just kind of winky bits. I feel like this winky bits could go with something we just did. This. Oh, I bet you this goes with this. Watch this. This could go with this, I bet. Let's see if we can get it to sit in there somehow. We got to get a hole. I don't know if it's, it looks like it should, doesn't it? But maybe it's just to make some layers. Okay, let's keep going. All right, we're gonna use these guys and see if we can make them go together. Okay, does this one fit in here? I don't feel like it quite fits in there. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, it fits in there perfectly. And you would get a little tiny cutout circle, but I don't know if I want that. And then this guy definitely fits in there perfectly. That's his spot right there. Okay, let's see if we can figure out how this guy goes. And you don't want your dies to go over top of each other because that makes, that hurts them. All right, I have a feeling, let's do this one. I'm gonna do this instead, like this. And I think you can mix and match them. Well, I know I can mix and match them because now I own them and I'm the boss of the dies. I don't know if that was this lady's original concept. Just want to make sure they don't cross. Nope, that one's touching. There we go. Nope, that one, that's it. Okay, here we go. Boop. Well, it would be much more beneficial if you're going to use your dies on paper to put your paper down first. All right, let's do the pretty green. So we need the biggest one. You are supposed to remind me of these things. That's why you're here. And don't worry, this is the last one we're going to do together this way. And then I'm going to do a whole bunch of them without you. Uh-oh. My washi tape got curled up in a little ball. We'll have to use another piece. This is very cool. Thus far, I am excited. And I used to take my big shot and I used to go back and forth, but I'm not allowed to do that anymore because the handle fell off. Okay, let's see what we got this time. This is really fun. Like, I am digging this. And it's cutting out all those circly bit holes. So this time we got, this is the big part that we throw away. This time we got this one. Ooh, that's beautiful. All right, hold on. I need a hat pin. Kind of pop this up, because once I get it popped up, then I can pull it up. And these are just pieces of paper, so they are a little bit delicate. I'm gonna get my, I have for my Cricut, I have a tool that you can scrape. This would work too. So if you have a spatula, right, that would help you scrape these off. All right, here's this one. So we have a cool center one. Okay, there we go. And we got this cool roundy one. But what happens is when you put this, the magic is going to come when we start putting them down together. And this green one is on top of this yellow one, right? I love this. I'm really, really excited about this. Okay, I'm going to make a whole bunch of them, and I will be back and we'll put them together. Okay, so I don't know that I want a ton of, like, just a big back one, because what you would do is you would just start adding these guys on, and I almost feel like I could do that with the backdrop of my paper. I don't know. I was thinking about cutting this up, but now I'm not sure that I see this. So this layer, let's think about this. So if we were going to put this layer on here, and these layers on here, I think, well, maybe we go with what she did. So I'm going to keep cutting stuff up, but I did want to show you, I don't want to cut up all the winky parts, all the little tiny in-between bits. So what I'm going to use is double-sided tape. Okay, and I get this from scrapbook.com. It works great, so that's the one I use. I am going to make a whole bunch of little, see, I think I'm wasting my fun stuff. Maybe I'll make a back with the other papers or something, but I don't feel like that is a cool use of my fun paper I made. I just don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this one that we know will fit through the machine, right? And we're going to make all kinds of fun giggly bits in the middle with it. So I love this one, right? I don't think those two work together. Let's try. We'll just keep turning. Oh, this one does work with this one. So this would make a minuscule little piece, right? I don't know that I want that small a piece to try to manage. So let's see what other ones we have. Ooh, I love this one. So I'm going to put these two together and make one with this one. And I'm going to put these two together and see what we get. I'm going to cut it out of this piece. But first, I am going to, so let's make it the right size. Do I want to keep one of these? I'll keep one of these. All right, let's make some, you want to make some green? Did I make some green fun stuff? I have a little bit of green fun stuff. Let's make a different color. Let's make aubergine. I'm going to make tons of these, but let's just do this one for right now. So we want this big a piece. And I have 12 by 12 scrapbook paper if I want to make big backgrounds. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to take this too, and we want to cut this out. And we want to waste as little of this as we can. So this may be even too big. Let's not make it so big. And there's kind of a little lippy thing, so you can't go right up to the edge. All right, so we want to go here, and we want to go here. Imagine that. Wally has to go potty. That's just never happens when we're trying to do artwork, Wally. Okay. So now let's cut this, and I can see it better on this side. Okay, so now we are going to pull off the backing of this, And there's two sides to it. It's double-sided tape. So we're gonna pull one of the backings off, usually, and we're gonna put that right on here. Okay, and then this is super sticky, so you wanna cut this off. Now, I'm almost thinking I might want to do it this way because I feel like there's a lip. There's like a lip on this, and I almost want the lip to be down. So I'm going to try it this way with this lip down. And this is why you test things, peeps. Okay, so here we go. That's garbage. This is a thicker one, so I have all 3 shims. Let's see what happens. We may need to take a shim out. And we added even another piece with the adhesive. So I would assume, oh, I don't know if I feel like that cut all the way through. All right, let's go again. We want to make sure we get a good cut on this. I know I'm not supposed to go backwards. All right, let's see how it goes. Is it cut? That's just on there. See, I don't think that's cut totally. All right, let's try the other real shim instead of the Magic Match shim because it may need a hard surface with all the shimmy things we got going on. All right, we're going against the hard plastic. Let's run it through just with these 2 plates and see first what happens. We might not need a shim if we don't have the Magic Mat. All right, for sure this one cut. Okay, I think it cut a lot better. So for the double-sided tapey ones, we're gonna need to use the regular plates. And you just gotta try things because you never know what's gonna work and what won't work. Okay, so now we have this cool one, and it has a backing on it. So I just peel the backing on and I stick it down. We have this cool one that's in here that we have to use a pokey thing to get out. Hat pin. And that's why they have these little holes so that you can get them out, not just for the thing. Okay, so now we need to be super careful because we want to pop this one out so it doesn't get stuck to our whatever design we do, right? And then this is going to be, oh, I guess it's not very sticky. Okay, so that's wicked cool. And then we have a circly bit to go in a back. And see, I don't know if you can see, there's a real beveled edge to this. And I feel like that is neater going down. And then I could do something with this if I felt like it, but I'm not going to. I don't save lots of stuff in my art because I would wind up with too much stuff. All right, one last thing we're gonna try is the Xyron machine. And I will do that after I get done cutting out the other pieces because we should be able to run these other ones through the Xyron machine and get them, these are, I'm going to kind of keep them half and half. These are the ones with stickies. These are the ones without stickies. I should be able to run these through the Xyron machine and put stickies on the back of them. So I'm going to do a ton of these and I will be back. Okay. So we are gonna, I wanted to show you, I have a whole bunch of these guys cut out. And then what I want to talk about is that sometimes the thing that makes things cool is contrast, right? So if I have, and I love these guys, like these little winky ones, but say I have this and I put it against this, right? So that's okay, that looks neat, but then we put it against that, then we have something a little cool. We could put it against that, we could have something cool. So what I want to do for my last step of die cutting is to make some bigger circles with these Tim Holtz backdrops. And we're just going to do the same thing, whip through some of these. And for these ones, we should be okay. This is a pretty thick, paper, not like the ones that we were doing before. So I want to take some of these bigger ones. So here's some of the little ones that I used earlier. But I want to grab maybe, I don't like this giant one. So how about this one? And this one? Okay, we can get those two out of there, out of each one. And that way we'll have some middles to use. Maybe we do another one with these three, but let's go ahead and cut this one. And the reason I like these Tim Holtz ones is that they're cool papers. They look like old papers, but they're actually modern printed, so they'll hold up really well. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna see which way it goes this way. Come on. There we go. Uh-oh. So our plate slid, so it's not gonna cut through there. So we need to have it come out. And it should have cut through the other part. So it shouldn't slide too much. Oh, it did slide. Okay, so we're gonna, this one's already cut out. This one we're gonna put back where it was. Slide it in there. Get the plate on there. I know we're not supposed to do it backwards, but we wanna get this cut out. And could I cut this with a different shape? Sure. But this all goes together, so this is just easy peasy to do. All right, so we got this stuff. I don't keep this kind of stuff. You might, in which case keep it. And then I have this color on the back in case I want to use that. But I'm planning on using this color because I wanted a darker color in there, in the mix. All right. Actually, this is really cool. I'm going to cut off just this little top part right here. But I can't keep every little piece of paper I have. I would be a flood of papers. Okay, so let's do these guys. Get another paper, and this one looks like a old-fashioned pattern. Pretty cool. And I think we can get 3 on there. And these are super thin dies. If I was using a thicker die, I would probably put both pieces of paper on, but this is a really thin die. And we don't want to miss the plates not being pushed against the bottom again. My plates are warped, which makes them a little bit harder to use. Doesn't bother me. I know a lot of gals will replace their plates when they get warped. I use my die cutter a fair bit, but the card girls use them all the time, so that would be really annoying if you were a card gal. There we go. See, that's the cracking noise I was listening for before. And those did just fine. All right, let's do the last one. This one maybe had a little bit on the edge. We got to do, no biggie. All right, that one looked great. Okay, so now I am going to keep this whole die set in an envelope. The rest of it is right here. Because this is a really wicked cool die set. But for right this second, oh, you know what? I'm going to put the parts of it. I have these scrapbook.com envelopes. These big ones won't fit, but I think the other ones will. Let's just scooch them in there. We'll put these two guys on the edge and put them over in my die section. Okay, nice. Oh, and I can use either side of these. That'll be fun. Put this away now. The big shot. All right, now we got to find our snips. There's our snips. We're just going to cut out this last little bit. As a collage artist, I spend my life cutting things out. There we go. Garbage. Okay. Whew. That was a lot. That was a lot. So now we have these guys. This is really so fun. So we're going to take those over there, toss that. And then I wanted to show you, so we have two different ways of sticking them down. This is where I use the scrapbook.com double-sided stuff that we'll try. And then I also put it through my Xyron. Okay, and what this does is this puts permanent backing on it. So I want to show you how that one goes. So what you're going to do for this is you're going to make yourself a little thingy with different colors. So this one will go here. And then let's get some other. And I feel like these size guys, I can use my glue on. So I'm going to have a whole bunch of those. These guys, I can use my glue on because it does cost more money to use the Xyron or the scrapbook.com. So if I can have a little bit of savings, I am going to go with a little bit of savings. So one of these had it on the back, that one. So these all have stickers on them. These don't have stickers on them, but I can use them however I want. Hey, kitty. All right, so we have this one we can put in the middle. I have a little bit of yellow there. Do I have purple? I have some purple. Teal? I feel like I could do another teal, so let's do that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, if you can look up in here, all you do is I'm gonna feed those in, and it's going to pull it out the other side. So let me get my roller set. And this is really easy to do. When you put the cartridge in, it just, it feeds itself. And you just want to get it started. And it's going to suck them in. So you get the big one going first. Uh-oh, that one got twisted. That's why it wasn't working. Hey, kitty. So the kitty that doesn't yell is here. All right, that's gonna go there. And it's only this winky because we're trying to get them inside of each other. Here we go. Perfect. So that's cool. So that little bit didn't get on there, but we can just use glue, but mostly it'll stick it down. So let's make some. Let's make some and see what happens. Hey, kitty. Yeah, I know. You're a very good girl. You helping with the crafts? You helping with the crafts? We'll come over here. Okay, so we're going to use these. I'm going to start with these black tags, and I'm going to make a black tag with this because I'm making a fun black journal. Well, that was silly. I thought it was over like that because it kept it closed, but it comes closed down here. I got all of these from Joggles. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We're playing around a little bit. Okay, so we have, I feel like I want something big and yellow. So do we want to start with like this so we can see? I want it kind of up towards here. All right, that's cool. Well, I have that right there. Okay, good. I'm going to start with that, and you just pull this off. And you don't have to glue it. It's pretty cool. Okay. So let's do this. I'm just trying to kind of get a base to figure out our circles. And I'll just cut that off. Okay. So then this one is made to go there. What else do we have on here? I feel like, do we want a purple? What are these guys doing? What can we do with them? Okay. There we go. All right, so we could do that for sure. And then we do this. Oh yeah, yeah, look at that. That's good. And then we have this cool red thing. So we could do a green in there. Do we want green or red? Oh, I kind of like the green with that. All right, let's try this. And I have 11 billion of these, so there is no problem. And I'm not trying to get them down in a perfect circle. So you can just, there's going to be a little tiny bit of extra adhesive. Okay, so I like this purple. And we need something for the middle then. Let's see. I feel like I cut this out of there, so it should fit perfectly, right? Ooh, I could have cut it upside down. Okay, so that's okay. I almost feel like I want this a little smaller. What do you think? Do I have one of these done already? That one is yellow. That won't work. What other sizes do we have? Oh, we got this big one. Oh, yeah. That looks super fancy on there. Then I don't think I want the blue in the bottom. Oh, I have that one. Yay. Okay. So let's figure out with this one how we want it. Because look, this has kind of extra curly bits. Do we want that or do we want... I kind of feel like I want it this way with these two things. Okay, I got it. I got what I want to do there. Now this is going to be a pain to pull off, but it would for sure be a pain to glue down if I tried to glue it down. Okay, so I want these two guys. Oh my gosh, this is cool. This is cool. Okay. And then you can just rub the remaining glue off of there. Okay, so let's cut off what we don't have stuck down yet over here. All right, and let's kind of get that picked up, that extra gluey bits. Nice. Okay, so now this is kind of glued down because of these guys. It's glue Kitty. Kitty is not sure about the glue. She was feral when we got her, and she is pretty sure everybody is trying to kill Kitty all the time. Hot Kitty. There we go. All right, so that's cool. Hi, honey. All right, what do we have over here? Oh, I kind of love that. Ooh, we already did that back one, but we could do a different back one, right? So we did this one. Do we want this one or do we want a purple one? Let's do a purple one on one of these. Oh, I kind of like that color better. What do you think? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to show you this anyways. This is the scrapbook.com one that's double-sided. And I'm going to put this kind of right there. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love that. This is a little bit less messy, but it's a little bit more expensive. So everything's a trade-off, right? I feel like we need that weird roundy one. Hold on. I kind of want it to be green. I'm going to have to figure out how to sort these. I see it. I see it. It's right here. This guy. Or it could be red. We have red and green. So let's see. We have green. Does red pop a little bit more? Ooh, I kind of feel like the red pops a little bit more. What do you think? Oh yeah, I kind of love that. Right there. And have that be right there. All right, so that's going to be it. So we will go ahead and glue this guy this way, because I only have yellow done this way. I have purple done this way. This has got scrapbook.com. So let's see if we like the purple. And then I would need a red inside. Well, I could make this red inside. No, I don't like that at all. I want this one. And I want the red guy like this. Oh, look at that. I literally love that. And then we'll put maybe a word in there or something. But, so what we're going to do, because I don't know that I've ever tried to glue something this delicate. So this is Nuvo glue. This is my favorite glue. And I don't know that I'm going to try to glue the whole thing. Ooh, you know what else we could try with this that might make more sense? Is a glue stick. I have a glue stick over there. Oh, do I need to glue this one down first? I need to glue this one down first. That was almost a kerfuffle. All right, so I want this little ratchety bit over here. And then we're going to put this red one here. The one thing I do like about glue as compared to these other guys' things is you do have a minute to kind of move it a little bit before it's going to be stuck. But I have a feeling that we may be able to see some of that glue. Usually it dries really clear. Let's give it a second. And I can use this. This is wax paper. To kind of push it down. All right, while we're waiting for that to dry, let's cut this off. And that is not stuck down on that one end. There we go. That's stuck down now. That end's stuck down good. Okay. All right. So we could do a teal inside. What other colors do we have? We already have purple. We could do the lighter blue. We could do red. Oh, I kind of like red. And I just need to kind of get this down a little bit. So we're going to come right along here. We're going to just kind of mimic what's going on here, because she has really an organic feel to this die set, and I don't want to lose that. Ooh, that's cute. We could put a butterfly there. Do we want red? What other color do we have? Red, purple. Purple's right there. Green. Green is our other color. Ooh, that's kind of pretty, isn't it? I know I have a little green one. I see it right here. Oh, and that one fits in there. Okay. Well, that was fun. Look at how cool that is. What a neat project. And I am going to doodle on this tag and use my Posca pens and maybe write something in there, and I will be back to show you this done. All right, you get a special late night visit. So I did 3 of them. I can't remember which one I showed you. It might have been this one. But I did a bunch of them. I used that one background. I did this one, and I did this one. And I'm going to put it in an art journal, like I said. I broke the news to Johnny. He took it well. So, things I love about it. It made it really easy for me to add a ton of color. And I'm not great at adding tons of color and layers. Stuff I really liked. I really like these fancy ones. So I like the outside one, the nibbly one, and that one. The other ones, And I don't know that I love having to do the circles inside by myself. I think I would have liked there to be something to be on the inside. Like I could put a flower on the inside if I wanted to, just use a different stencil. But I wanted to kind of use this and see what I did. I did a ton of doodling. So on this one, I did outlining of the center. I did doodling on the center. I colored in these lines over here, dots. I did the red on the outside, and I did the dots down here. I added this bar. I wrote this words, outlined, dots, painted this, painted this, painted the center. This is the one I did the most on, I think. I painted all this in the center, all the different things, outlined this, colored on the inside. I did on one of these too, I think. I colored the inside of this purple with India ink. You can't hardly tell, but this one I know I did. Did the dot dash over here. Wrote create. So I think these turned out really well. I think they're super fun. I think on white they would be even more vibrant. I think I would need to have a plan for the circles if I was going to do this again, because I feel like I'm okay with the insides. They're fine. But I feel like that was a missed opportunity for this die. So I have gears. I have all kinds of stuff that I could use with other dies to do those circles. But I would buy this die again. I got it at Joggles. I'll put a link to it. I think it was super fun, and it was something that I've never tried before, and I thought it was worth it, and I had a great time. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobsen, Artsy Fartsy Life.